While we, battle about Charlie Kirk and Melissa Hortman, the world is suffering. I'll give myself as an example. And, prior till today, I would have never, been forthcoming with a lot of the things that, I'm going through right now. But I feel like the lessons that are being learned, the trials, they're all for something, not just for me and my own particular learning, but to talk about some really deep injustices that we have, which run throughout this system. And until we start to have love and compassion for someone other than ourselves, you know, we're doomed to fail. We're just going to continue to perpetuate a cycle of greed, of Darwinism, of survival of the fittest. And we've got to try to consider something else. People's lives, people's homes, are at stake. And if we don't start considering something beyond ourselves, beyond something greater than ourselves, um, to really transcend hate right now, we are going to continue to perpetuate these cycles. I've been fighting for disability for over a year and a half, and I have two different forms of cancer. I've been suffering from PTSD. So, it's not as if you don't have your pick. But the reality is, while I fight for disability, I'm not eligible for unemployment. I'm not eligible for food and nutrition assistance. And so I'm left to battle all of these things, a mortgage, utilities, phone bill, all of the day-to-day necessities just to survive. And as I hang on, I finally look at, selling my home, which you see behind me, and in about a day, less than 24 hours, I will no longer have. Now, I don't have the benefit of saying, hey, I've got money saved up because I haven't been working since 2023. I was blessed with stocks and portfolios and things that have kept me, and family that have kept me holding on, but now the reality is that well has dried up. I talked to FEMA, who should have provided assistance for my home, which was hit by Hurricane Helene, and over $40,000 worth of damage occurred. They wanted to supply me with $5,000. Here I am a year later still fighting for their assistance. Georgia Housing Authority was going to kick in and try to assist as well, but they came down semantics over a landlord policy, which was a requirement by Allstate. If I rented out just one room, I'd have to have a landlord policy. So, all of these things have just been working against me. And, even in 2 days, I know where I'm going to lay my head, but that's temporary. After about 30 days, I have a real question on my hands. How do I continue to hold on longer? These are the things that we really need to be talking about. And I'm coming from my heart, from my soul to you guys. And I'm imploring you guys at a time that is so much greater than any one of us, so much greater than any one of our struggles, that we start to look beyond ourselves and really start to think and to put our hand to our heart and ask ourselves, what is truly important in this time? Is it people? Is it money? Is it my own salvation? Is it my own securing resources for generations that haven't even been born or haven't even been thought of or in existence right now? Or considering someone who's sitting directly across from me that's losing their home or trying to figure out a way to fight to feed their kids? There's something greater beyond political affiliation or political struggle. We've got to start considering humans. The whole world right now is suffering because this imbalance of greed and this imbalance of hate that needs to be countered with love. Every one of our actions, everything that we say, everyone that we interact with, every relationship is so important right now. If you don't have anything to say right now, just don't say it. But anything that you can say in love right now will be felt in true measure. We need to consider multiplying love at such a rate right now that it exceeds any hate or despair or fear or anything that would cloud our soul and our minds. I ask and I implore you guys to start to think, to start to really truly think about what you're saying, the consequences of what you're posting, and what they're saying to the world right now when people are truly listening. All over the world, they're looking at us for guidance. They're looking at us for support. They're looking at us for love. They're looking at us for abundance, which we have in spades. We are just not allowing the folks that we've constituted to work for us to do the job. We're allowing them to make excuses. We're allowing them to play theater and talk about things that are just distractions while the world goes to war. When are we going to wake up and consider that there is something beyond our own misery, beyond not being able to pay a bill that exceeds, my own feelings and what I think I should be doing or what I don't think I should be doing? We all have a calling right now. We all were sent here with a purpose, and we need to start understanding what that purpose is and how do we fulfill it. I love you guys, and I encourage you to start to fight like never before. Let the light that I know lives within each and every one of you guys start to fuel your heart